Welcome to another episode of That Crazy Triangle Guy. Here we are looking at Bitcoin versus US dollar on the Coinbase chart. And the reason why we're looking at that is because it's the cleanest chart I have right here. So let us scroll back. We're on the daily time frame, if I did not mention that. Scroll back to the beginning of this bull rally here, the bull market. Back here in 2022. So, I agree with what Michael Pizzino has to say about his Elliott wave theory count for this cycle. So here we have overall, we have a wave 1 and a wave 2 and a wave 3 and a wave 4. And currently we are in an extended wave 5, which itself consists of wave 1, wave 2, and we are in wave 3 right now. Now, if you break down that wave 3 into its little sub-portions. So here we are in wave, this is 1 within the wave 3. This is 2. Now, I haven't watched anybody else, but a lot of people, what I've heard from others that a lot of people believe that this wave 2 consists of a B, and then in a C. They're looking for the C to continue downwards. And I got a problem with that, which we'll go over in a second. But the correction, the wave 2, doesn't always go A, B, C. And Michael brought this up tonight in his video, subtly. But you can have this kind of a pattern, or you could have a zigzag pattern, or you can have a triangle pattern, which is what we're doing right now. Because I am the king of triangles. And I realized this a while back, but I haven't, had an opportunity to make a lot of videos. I'll let you draw the rest of the well, actually, I have this drawn out on the Binance chart. But anyway, you can see that this starts way back here. It has lots of contact points there. And actually, I think, let's see what happens if we do this. Nope. But we can do that, probably touch it to that one. Yeah, look at, see, this was designed a long time ago. Has this point in contact, and this one, and this one, and this one. All this stuff is well planned out. Well planned out, way, 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 way in advance. How far back? Well, February 25. There's a reason why we came down to that point. And subsequently, why we came to these other points as well. Anyway, so this wave 2 correction is an A, B, C. It's done. And now we are beginning wave 3 within this larger wave 3. Now, the reason why we're on the daily chart, so that's good. I can turn on the Gaussian channel here. Reason why we're not doing an A, B, C is because that would take us into here. Now, I suppose we could come into the daily Gaussian channel. And so, that's what we got to look out for in the next few days. I believe that we will come back down one more time today or tomorrow, most likely, and test the top of the daily Gaussian channel one more time. You can see we came close here. We touched it there. We don't have to. It's not necessary. But I think possibly we will. Now, what's interesting here is that you can see that I'm just drawing this real rough right now because the point I want. Okay, I thought I stopped that. Go. The point I wanted to make is you can clearly see that the Gaussian channel on the daily time frame is moving up inside this triangle. So if we were to come back down and test the triangle one more time, we'd actually wick into the top of the Gaussian channel. But my argument is that here in the later stages of this consolidation, we did not come all the way up to the top of the triangle on this move up. And so therefore, I don't necessarily believe that we will come all the way back down to the bottom of the triangle here. So I'm looking for a retest of that. I have an order right there at 103.888. I missed getting it filled somewhere back here. But anyway, we're on the Coinbase chart, so the numbers are slightly different. And we'll go to the index chart in just a second. Why 103.88? Because 888. I'm what's the word? Crazy. Crazy and superstitious. So 8's very lucky in China, Chinese kind of stuff. So that's why we need to incorporate 8s into our trading strategies. Anyway, so we don't even have to come back down and retest the Gaussian channel. We've done our A, B, let me get my little cursor here, A, B, C correction already right here. And we are currently, could very well be starting this leg 3, wave 3, whatever you want to call it, a wave or a leg or a... And we could very well break out at any minute now, to the upside, out the top of this channel. I'm hoping we come back down here, grab a little bit more for a couple $1,000s less than the price is now. Why do I hope that? Because if we do come down here, you don't want to buy at the top. I don't want to buy up here when we're breaking out, because we could see a rejection there and come back down. Nothing's set in stone here. I'd rather buy down here. And if we were to go down, I don't want to buy right now, because if we do come down and retest this, and I'm wrong, and we break into the Gaussian channel, who knows how far we could come down. And if you're using leverage, then you're losing more money than you really think you are. Because I'd want to get out of my position. I don't want to get out at a loss. And who knows how quickly we could dump down if we did come down in here. Now, yeah, once you break into the Gaussian channel, you tend to go down into it. We could go all the way down into the bottom here. Well, see, the mean band right now is at about 99. This is on Coinbase, so it might be a little bit different than the index. It's almost at 100. And so we could very well come down to the mean band and bounce. But most probably we would come down to the bottom of the channel and maybe even out the bottom of it. A lot of times, usually we typically do come out the bottom of the channel a little bit, and that could get us down to 90. And this would be a much longer, drawn out correction and accumulation stage. So, which would probably last all summer and into October, and it would be really, really boring and a lot of people will lose interest and get shaken out and think that we are entering the bear market, and it would just be ugly. It would be bad. We don't want that to happen, but it very well could. And I will show you in a second why that could be valid as well. Okay, now I've switched over to the Bitcoin US dollar on Binance. I still have the Gaussian channel turned on, and we are on the daily time frame. And as you can see here, we're looking at this yellow line, this yellow trend line right here. And the reason we're looking at it, okay, so here it has this contact point from December 14th of 2022, where it acted as resistance. And if you move through time here, way through time, it acted as support here on June 14th, 2023. And you can see here what I was talking about earlier. When we do come into the daily Gaussian channel, we go down in through it out the bottom. And then that's really a nice pattern there where we shoot right through it. So this is the base now of our larger ascending triangle. That's not a candle wick. It's got to be a line of some sort. Yeah, it is. So here we have this contact point here on the 6th of August 2024. Here on the 5th of September or 6th of September 2024, or the 8th. It should be the 8th, I think. Probably a Monday. Oh no, it's Friday the 6th. So there and there in most recent times, and then again here around. Oh, we got two little touches there in April of 2025, and then here we are today. So you got a lot of contact points on that trend line, which is the base of our ascending triangle. You can see now as I zoom out with the top here where we contacted a 1, 2, 3, and 4 actually. Usually 4th time's the charm, I think. Could be 3rd time's a charm, but I think 4th time's a charm usually, but not here. In this case, I guess 5th time would be a charm. And you can see that we are well into this triangle, and makes sense that we would have a breakout now. However, remember the bottom, if we went out the bottom of the daily Gaussian channel, see, like we did here too in December 2024, this past year, we came into the Gaussian channel. What did we do? We went all the way through it, out the bottom of it, over to here. This is really messy there. So you don't want to get into it. So if we did come down in here and out the bottom, I said something about 89 before. I forget why I said that. That's funny. Well, I don't know. Anyway, the bottom of this triangle is around 89 out here in July. We wouldn't come straight down here. That's about 84. We'd come down here, chop around, get out here maybe in August. Well, that would be, we did get out here in mid-August, be around 92. So this certainly is possible. And then come out over here and start breaking out above here in September. Come up, come back down for a retest, in October or whatever. That's typically the way things have been playing out the past couple years. But don't fall into the trap of thinking that things are going to play out exactly like they have in the past, because they want you to think that. Anyway, so very possible we could come down as far as like 89 in the next couple months. I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're ready to bust a move. I think this train is left the station. It's picking up steam, and it's not looking back. Now tomorrow, so see, we're kind of up here. Let's switch to the index chart here. It's probably got a lot of lines all over the place. And let's get the Gaussian channel off of there. Oh no, before we get the Gaussian channel off of here, I want you to see something. Remember how I said I've had this order at 103,888? And I swear to God, I did not set this up. I sincerely have had this order at 103,888. And I missed getting it filled. Where did it come down to? Was it right here or was it earlier? So that's 104,410. What's this one? Somewhere it came down closer. It came down within $50 of my order. And it wasn't back here, because that's, well, I don't know. Maybe it was, yeah, maybe it was over here. Yeah, okay, yeah, because this was 102.5. No, it was 100. I'm losing my mind. I don't know what day it is anymore. This one was 102.5. Yeah, right here. So that's when it came down to this here. That's when I started buying in, and went down 103 before I could catch it. Let me move this. Oh, that's a channel. I don't want to move it. This is bothering me now, because I know somewhere, maybe it was back here. No. It must have been right here. After we did this, I must just put the order in right here. After we started moving up, we probably moved back up, came back down. Let me switch to a 4-hour, because this will make, it's really bothering me. So I knew I had it back here somewhere. Okay, that's where we just were, and then back here. No. Oh, this must have been it right here. because we started moving up here. I missed this for some reason. I didn't buy in here. And I think maybe I thought I was looking for us to go down further. So I didn't buy in, and then it looked like, hey, you know what, we're recovering. Then right here, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to put in an order at 103.88. 103.888. And we came within 120 some dollars. $130, something like that. Oh, but it was on Coinbase that I had my order. So it could have very well have been more like $50 like I thought. All right, so that's that story. Aren't you glad you stuck around for that? So here we are. Let's turn the Gaussian channel off because it's making everything a bunch of funny colors. Nope, wrong one. This is the one I want to turn on. Here we go. So now you can see right now on the port, we're coming down. We are coming down. And why? Because this is supposed to be start of our leg one. I mean, our start of our leg 3, which could be a 1, 2. But if it comes down to 103.888, it's going to go below the beginning of leg 1, which doesn't really make sense. Well, it might not. How far down did that go? Oh, that came all the way down here. 102.7. So yeah, I guess it could come all the way down to 103.888. It's kind of weird because it's not hitting any of my lines that I have drawn here. So I might have to change my order if I want to get in here. See, if it comes down here, though, it's going to go into the Gaussian channel. It's got to stay above where my cursor's at right now. But why is it coming down here? I had a thought. And the thought is that with stablecoin bill, more than likely passing tomorrow, that's going to be a catalyst for the altcoins. And I don't think not so much Bitcoin, because it's a stablecoin bill. So I think people might be more likely to sell their Bitcoin to free up some cash for to load up on some altcoins, if they haven't done so already. And I mean, I'm sure people have already been doing that, and I don't think they're going to wait till the last minute to do that, but some will, and so it could give a little bit of downward pressure to get us down here to the 103.88. Although we only got to go like 2,400, 2,600. Dollars, which isn't a whole heck of a lot. Speaking of which, well, there's Michael Pizzino right there. I like this guy, and I think you should check out his videos. The U.S. stock market futures are a little bit in the red tonight. Now, this fluctuates a lot, and whether it's red or green the night before doesn't mean a whole heck of a lot. It switches around often, but it's red now, so that's gonna put downward pressure on Bitcoin if the U.S. market is reacting this way. Now, we have Japan interest rate decision coming up at some time, and I never bothered to look when that is, and I see now here on this investing.com market calendar that the press conference, I believe, is in 10 minutes, meaning that we've already had our interest rate decision? Let us go find out. So here we are. I search BOJ interest rate on X and remains unchanged. I guess that's good. I don't know. I guess if they don't change it, I guess that's good. I don't know. So, there you have it. It's unchanged. But while we're here on X, let's look at what Eleanor has to say. She said here, new final passage vote on the Genius Act will take place tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Proceed to 2 roll call votes on the following. 4:30 p.m. Is that Eastern time? I'm assuming that's Eastern time, which means it's 1:30. Well, that's market close, which is really interesting. So possibly that would be around when Bitcoin, by end of day. So Bitcoin has tomorrow only to get down to that 103,888. If it doesn't get there by tomorrow at 5 o'clock my time, the start of a new day, then it can't go down that far unless it's going to go into the Gaussian channel and go down a lot farther. Now, that being said, that's what I believe. If it gets into the Gaussian channel, that it will go down a lot farther, and that doesn't necessarily have to happen. It's more likely to happen, and it's usually what happens when it dips into the Gaussian channel, but not necessarily always. So anyway, we're back on the Bitcoin US dollar index on the 4-hour chart. And here's our triangle here. This is our wave 1 here from 74K up to 112. And our leg 2 is this little consolidation within our triangle, A, B, C. And we are ready once we break out of here to bust a move out the top. Where are we going to go? Well, let's switch to a weekly time frame. And we may have to switch to another chart too. Now this is an old chart. This chart is called what is it called? It's called white, green, blue, and orange. That is the name of this chart. Because it has the white, green, blue, and orange channels. And you know what? I'll stay zoomed out so you can see back here in time. There's a white channel, which comes back to this point in 2013. The center line of the channel starts there at that high. There's the green channels, which go all the way back to this point, this high here in 2011, and catch a lot of the price action throughout Bitcoin's history. And then there's the blue channel, which is our most recent channel beginning in 2022. And then I guess there's an orange channel, which is much smaller right here in the middle. I do believe, I don't know how these relate to the channels I'm using now. I know that the pink channels are very significant in my current charts. And as a matter of fact, the white channel that I'm going to be speaking about in a little bit, the most important channel in Bitcoin history, is one of the pink channels. Anyway, so what was I talking about? Oh, where we're going to go. And it kind of has to do with these green channels here. So, kind of has to do with these green channels here. Anyway, all you have to know is that these green channels have significance. And if we did bust out of this triangle here, I believe we could come up to the top of this green channel where we're at right now. I mean, the one within which we are now. And that's around $139,000, 140, 139, 38, 36. Anyway, it's up there. Oh, you know what I wanted to really show you is these, whatever color this is right here. It's like I don't know what color it is. But if we scroll back in history, you can see that. And does it go back even? Oh, yeah, it even goes back further. Does it go back even further? No. We have these channels that we follow in the parabolic portions. Well, you can see more so here in 2016, 2017, how price action travels up in this channel during the parabolic portion of the bull market. Now, all the channels that are going this direction have been cloned from each other, and they're at the same slope. Here, it doesn't catch the entire, well, you know what? If I made it wider, it would. But this is really, really skinny here. If I made it wider, you could see that it catches the slope of this whole move here from 2012 all the way to 2013. When in 2012? Oh, actually, for 2 years. It captures this the slope of this 2-year move. So actually, that's funny because, oh my God, no. It pretty much captures the first part of Bitcoin's existence from when it hit 10 cents. Where does it hit $1? So, yeah, from when Bitcoin was 10 cents here in July of 2010 to 2011 to 2012 to 2013, 3.5 years. This slope of this channel, of the slope of Bitcoin's, of the channel and the first few years of Bitcoin's existence is the same. Oh, which is really interesting. This is the first time I've noticed that. And the slope of the parabolic portion of the bull market is defined by this initial move here in each subsequent bull market. So you saw the one from 2016, 2017. Here is 2019. You can see price action. If I zoom in even more, we're on a weekly time frame. You can see how price starts moving up in this channel in March, starting after COVID in 2020. It falls out. But if you widen the channel, you can see how price action follows this slope of this channel. And then right here, finally, it takes off in October of 2020 for the parabolic portion of the bull rally. So here we have the channels again. Now I initially noticed that this was following that slope, that same slope right here. So, and this was back, I think, 2023. So I was believing that we were going to start the parabolic portion of our bull market right here in 23, 24. Yeah, this was into 24. And I guess in a sense we did. In a sense, this whole bull cycle has been a combination of a bunch of these moves. Here's another one in the end of 2024 into 2025 just recently. And so now I just cloned this channel and pulled it over here. And if you'll see where we're at, we're right here on the edge of this channel, which makes sense if we did break out now that we would be moving. It makes sense, indicating that it's time. It very well could be time that we move up in this channel. And if we did move up here to, I'd say we'd come up to about 140. Let's see if that makes sense. If we did a 1, 2, 3 up to about here, and then did another consolidation. So now let's switch to our modern chart. And you can see here why I was using those other charts, because this is our current chart. Can you even see the frickin' candles here? No, but what stands out is these downward sloping channels that are white or yellow. These big white ones here stacked on top of one another. Those define our downwards price action, our corrections, as do these red channels. And the upward sloping channels are defined by what? Oh, by, if we go back over here, you can see the red channel here. The red channel, this red channel has defined price action. Why is this moving so slowly? Since 2022. Well, even, back to, I believe, June of 2022. Or, wow, even back further. No, June of 2022. Right here. Acted as support. This channel acted as support. And then ever since, here, since we fell into it in September, price action has, the center line of the channel, the top and the bottom of this channel have acted as support and resistance during our whole, since 2022, this whole time. Now, with the exception, you'll see this white line here and this kind of pinkish colored line. A few times we've fallen out of the red channel. And when we've done so, we've come down to these two lines. But it's only been, well, It was for a considerable amount of time here in it was August of 23 through October of 23. So for a couple months there, we're on a daily time frame here on this chart. So for that couple month period there, and then the other times here, we wicked down to that pink line right here. We wicked down to it here. That was in September 24 and August of 24. And we did spend a little time below it in October through, in October, the month of October. Then we reclaimed it. And once we reclaimed it, you can see here that the red line acted as support. Once again, we tested it here as support and here as support, and then took off. That was election day. Election day, we tested it as support and then rallied. Now currently, I believe we are below the red line. We've fallen below it once again here in March, the end of February. Well, we had this crash, and we started in February and then rallied up and then came back down, and we've been below it this whole time. And then we came back up into it in May. Tried to hold it as support, and we, fallen below it, come back up above it, and currently, we are dancing around it. We are trying to hold it as support here on with these daily candles. So we got up into it yesterday, and then today we've fallen back below it. If we did come down to 103.888, see also reason why that's significant, 103.900 or 910, I believe, technically 103.910 is this red dotted line, and that represents back here in November when we rallied after the election. This was our first peak. We wicked up to here, and then we wicked up to 103.910, and then we got a rejection from that and came all the way back down, to finish the day at 97. So that was a pretty significant first peak. I mean, just look at that candle. It went all the way up to almost 104 on that day, and down to 91. It was a $13,000 candle. So that red dotted line is the top of that wick. So that would make sense as a kind of like final support level, or I should rather say it's significant support level, which has been here since then. So I'm holding out, and that's also around the same area as the 50-day moving average. It's 104, 126. The 50-day moving average is. Now, I must say too that the past few days since Friday, we've been oscillating between the 20-day and the 50-day moving average, simple moving averages. And then just yesterday we broke above the 20-day. So that's that. And thus far, we're holding the 20-day as support. And that is coming in at 105.936 currently. So, okay, the reason why 140, that's what I was getting at here. Up here is our white channel, the most important channel in Bitcoin history. It is the channel, like I said earlier, it's one of the pink channel system, one of the pink channel systems. I made it white, and the pink channels are all stacked upon on top of each other, and I don't have them turned on here. But the reason this is significant, if you haven't watched any of my videos in the past, it's the channel from which all parabolic bull rallies start. And if we go back to 2019 here, or 2021, I should say. Why am I saying 2019? You can see that after trading sideways, essentially, and holding the top of this channel as support, here, that was COVID. Then we came back above the channel and bounced along the top of the channel here. And once we broke away from this channel, that's when the parabolic bull rally started in 2021. Then we can go back. Well, even here, you can see that this little pre-rally started from after a consolidation within this channel. And I have a bunch of moving averages turned on, so it's kind of hard to see, but you get the point. And here in 2017, after holding this channel as resistance for several months, boom, we wicked up to it here, we wicked up to here, and it came all the way up to the center line of the channel there. And then we didn't spend a whole heck of a lot of time in it. We kind of shot through it. But what did we do before starting the parabolic bull rally? If I zoom in here, you can see that we came right back down. Or on a daily time frame here, we closed this below it, right at it, and then exploded through. And what did we do? Came back down and tested it for support before continuing the rally upwards. So, yeah, market knows that this channel is significant. So that was 2017. And, oh, here we go. Yeah, I knew there was more to it. You can see that in the bear market, in 2014, we came down here and tried to hold within this channel. So it does act as support and resistance all along the way. And here's the 2013 rally. And you can see the interaction with the channel. We came up here. Not exactly, but pretty freaking close to the top of the channel here, to the bottom of the channel there. Center line clearly acted as support. And then boom, off to the races. So this channel's played a significant role in all the parabolic portions of the bull market. And even here in the very beginning, it's kind of where we rallied up to. Let's see the interaction here. Yeah, you can see we stopped here, we wicked up to it here, we closed there, and then there's another little candle in between, and then we closed that candle there, so we started this candle here. And where did it go? Up to the top of the channel. on these daily candles and closed on the center line right here, and then came up and the channel acted as resistance here before we came down. So all the way from 2013, this channel has been has played a significant role in the parabolic bull portions of Bitcoin's history. Why is this going so slow? Come on. I'm trying to scroll all the way back to now. We'll get there. Almost there. So here we were interacting with this channel recently. Back here in 2024, we were consolidating within this channel a long time, and I was thinking we were going to break out, but we didn't. We broke down. We broke down below the channel, and now we are kind of trying to get up into it. And where is it? Where is it? It's at a number that a lot of people are talking about. If we go straight up from here, the bottom of the channel is at 120. A lot of people are saying 120. Where's the top of the channel? Top of the channel is at 139, 140, 139. Remember the green channel was at 139? I do not think that they're the same channel. But everything's related here. So what I do think that we're going to do right now, I think this is leg 3. Leg 3 is usually the most significant. It's leg 3 within a leg 3. So there's 1, 2, 3. I think 3 is going to take us at least to 120, possibly to the center line at 130, or maybe all the way up to the top of this channel at 140. And then we will consolidate. That will be the leg 3, wave leg, whatever. And then, and this will be June and July. I mean, it'll be in the next few weeks that we're going to do this. And then we will see some sort of consolidation within here for the wave 4 correction, or consolidation, whatever you want to call it, before continuing on for our wave 5 within the wave 3, which could get us up in around $200,000, I should say, into October, November. Now, at that point, we will have completed, that will be the wave 3 in the wave 5 extension. So then we will have a wave 4 correction at the end of this year. And then one more rally in 2026 for the final wave 5 within the wave 5. So that's what I think we're looking forward to. Now, if you listen to the DCA guys, Marty and CTO and that other new guy they have on, it's probably not new, maybe I'm just new, and James, what was interesting, I wonder who said it. Was it Marty who said it? About the next cycle being a left translated cycle. Was it them or was it, oh, it could have been Jason Pizzino. I don't know. I'm tired, and I listened to those a lot of stuff today. Um, I you know what? I think definitely Jason did say it because he was talking about the 18-year real estate cycle. Um, because we're not. It's roughly 18 years. It could be 18 years, could be 20 years, whatever. Um, so he thinks that we could see a left translated cycle starting in 2026, where we have a short bear market, and then the bull market starts rather quickly then, but itself is shortened too, and then we see an extended bear market in 2027, and that kind of makes sense. Something to think about, and it's way too far out for us to really even give any weight to, but something to consider. And with that, let's see where we're at now. Let's switch to a 30-minute. And then I can make these lines. See, I make these lines go away when I zoom in. Good, we're going down still. But we're getting close to testing the 20-day moving average. So we'll see what happens there. Also, that green dotted line is either a weekly or a daily close. It's probably a weekly high close or something. It's some sort of significance there. So we could struggle with support. That could act as support here. This could act as support here. We might have some trouble getting through that. But if we do break through those, then we are probably coming back down to the red line at around 103.88. I mean, it's a long ways away, but it's really not. We will at least come down to the 50-day moving average, hopefully. But actually, if you look back here, we didn't. And remember the red channels I was talking about, defining our downwards moves. You can see how we consolidate within these, between the centers. Well, I guess you could call this the center line of the channel, and this is the top of the channel, but they're all kind of just price action moves in these within these slopes. You can see a lot of times that they act as support and resistance. The center lines and the tops of the channels and the bottom of the channels. I mean, look at how we come down here like this. Anyway, so we shall leave it at that. This is a lot longer than I anticipated, but at this point I want to tell you, I hope you've had this on like 2x speed this whole time. If you haven't and you made it this far, you might want to turn the 2x speed on and go and listen to it again, and you could listen to it in only half the time. And I would probably sound just like I was talking in a regular voice. So that's about it. So hold on to your seats. If you're not loaded up, load up. Or don't, because remember, earlier on I was talking about seeing what happens if we get down to 103.8888, where the top of the daily Gaussian channel is, and if we dip into it and how far. If we dipped slightly into it, it could be a fake out, and we'd still be pretty okay to continue on long term, I would believe, without necessarily having to fall into the channel. But if we like close a daily candle inside there, um, we're probably going down further and longer than everyone thinks right now. I think everybody's ready for a rally right now, or expecting a rally, and I that kind of scares me. I don't like that. But oh, one more thing. Let's look at that. Let's look at one more thing. In that, oh, see, God damn it! Why did I have to look at it? I wanted to look at the. Okay, well, it's not that bad on the daily, and it could be a fake out, or it could be what I'm talking about. This is the. I got this from the Parrot guy. This is the bull market. Well, let's see what it's called. The Big Whale Explorer. TTP. The TTP Big Whale Explorer. And it indicates on the daily time frame when whales are moving to the exchanges. God damn it, I'm trying to. All right, so I've got it isolated by itself. And I was really happy because it was green, it was green, it was green, meaning the whales are taking money off the exchanges. And now it just shot up. Yesterday it just shot up. And this could be them freeing up some cash to buy altcoins. The other times it shot up was in April of 25. Oh, okay, see, that's not even that bad. Hasn't it shot up higher? Oh, yeah, okay, here we go. This was in July of 24 when we had significant drops. See, it gets up a lot higher. So, yeah, if we go back here, what is this? March of 24 and July. That's when it gets really, really bad. So where it's at now is not that significant. And actually right here, I recall because, yeah, I saw this play out. This was up at 162. Yeah, it was way up here. Up here at 162. And it was a fake out. They moved their Bitcoin to exchanges as a fake out. This was in May. And then they turned right back around and took it all off the exchanges. And actually took a lot off the exchanges. So, this isn't as scary as it looks going up there like that. I wonder what the trading. Well, but keep an eye on this. But they know you're watching it, so they could do it as a fake out too. That's what I think they're doing. So I guess I better go. All right. So, oh, and before I go, make sure you check out Alto IRA, ALTO. You can, they have a crypto IRA and a lot of cool stuff you can do. So you can save your money tax free in that IRA account. This is not financial advice. Everybody's tax situation is different, and you need to do your own research and due diligence into everything. But I use Alto, and the reason I do is because I initially tried the other crypto Roth IRA exchange. What am I trying to? I'm so tired. I tried the other one that's shilled on every other channel, and they were pieces of shit. they denied me. They said there was something wrong with my KYC stuff, and it's the same KYC that I've used for Binance, for Coinbase, for Kraken, for Gemini, for whatever, and everybody else. And it's my legitimate driver's license, and I forget. It's been so long since I've done it. What kind of information they ask you for? A picture of your driver's license, and what else do they ask you for? I think that's it. I think they might want you to take a picture of your face or something. Anyway, yeah, they said they just gave me they didn't give me any answer. They just said they take their shit seriously, and that I failed their KYC and blah blah blah, and that's all they said. And I tried to contact them. I'm like, well, what are you talking about? What's the problem? And I got absolutely no response from them. And it's a bunch of bullshit that everybody goes out and shills, gets paid to freaking shill their company. And oh, they got great customer service. No, they don't. They didn't when I applied. So I've been with Alto Ira, and I had no problems. I had to contact them once about something, and it wasn't a big deal. And I got a hold of somebody right away, and they were very helpful, and didn't have any problems with the KYC. Opening up an account was really, really easy, and funding my account. And they use Coinbase um, to trade and to hold your custody. That's the word I was looking for. To custody the crypto that they are holding for you in your account, and you can trade tax free. And so that's about all I have to say. And with that, we will see you next time. It might be a while. It might be tomorrow. It might be in another month or so.